Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your June 2022 energy reading. So this is for the beginning of June 2022, of course, and it's a general reading so you can apply as it fits. Love life, career, you know your situation better, right? So today we're using the Vice Versa Tarot deck from Los Carabel. If you're not familiar with it, it is a deck that has two sides, so it has two meanings. Of course, if you read reversals, maybe you can make up four. I don't, so I don't only have two. We will be clarifying, if necessary, with the Witch's Tarot, the mini version one from Ellen Duggan. And at the end, we're drawing Oracle card from the Fairytale Oracle from Nicole Feltovich, and in the end I will explain to you how I came across this deck and why I love it so much. Okay, so let's jump right into it, Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, I see that the tornado has hit. Okay, and I see some difficult moments over here, but one thing at a time. So where are you right now, Sagittarius? You have the front of the Eight of Wands, which means fast movement, communication. It can also be last minute travel, but basically movement, fast movement, okay? Not the kind of the Chariot, because the Chariot is success. This is just movement, so we don't know if it's positive or negative. If there are communication, usually is passionate communication. Doesn't mean that it's about love or about sex. Means passionate means someone that wants to put their feelings or dreams into action, right? To make things happen. Okay, so this is where you are right now. What are the potential and or the challenges of this situation? We have the Death card, okay? So this, I don't think that this is a potential, I think this is a challenge, meaning that the Death card in this deck, you see, it's a little bit different regarding the traditional deck, because in the traditional tarot deck, the meaning of the dead, the graphic, when the dead, it's first of all in the side, so you can see what's behind and what's in front, right? Here, the only thing that you can see are clouds and a windy, how do you say that, banner? Oh my God. Flag, I'm sorry, a windy flag over here, right? And the most important thing here in this flag, oh my God, and this card, is that you have someone that seems to be dead here, because it's a gray person, right? Rigor mortis kind of, and another person with a very red costume. And this horse has eyes on fire. So this card is calling you out for you to see what's ahead of you, because what's behind is dead. It's over. You need to see that something ended, and you need to see that you need to move on with passion, okay? So this is the challenge of the situation, Sagittarius. What the universe wants you to focus on, you have the back side of the Five of Pentacles. So this is the traditional side, when someone is outside in the cold. And here you are inside, but you are crying, because you are in separation of the other person that is outside. You left this person out in the cold in this card, okay? So what to focus on, Sagittarius? This is not the time for you to throw a pity party for yourself. This is not the time for you to feel guilty, okay? If you want to change things, okay, if you want to change what happened, you break this window over here and you reach out to the person that is outside, and you connect with the person, okay? So guilt doesn't solve situations, right? You can reflect about what you did. You can draw conclusions, learn your lessons, but the most important is for you to act in solving the situation. Okay, so this is what the universe wants to focus on. In your recent past here, Sagittarius, we have the back of the King of Wands. So in the front, we see that there is a salamander here in this King of Wands foot, right? Feet, I'm sorry. So today I cannot speak. I'm really sorry. and this is during the day, of course. So at night, the salamander becomes a giant serpent. It's all around the tree. But you know, the snake is not creating any panic on the king, and the king is very, very calm. So nobody is attacking nobody and nobody is fearing nobody. The serpent around the tree means that someone has chosen knowledge over ignorance, okay? And this side of the card, of the King of Wands card, in your recent past, so you understood that you had to question some beliefs and some values of yours, okay? Some ethical values, some moral values. So you had to question this values and beliefs in your recent past, and of course I imagine that you arrived to some conclusions, okay? So maybe you questioned and you held on to those values and beliefs, or you questioned and then you changed their mind, right? You try to improve yourself, to be a better person, and to how can I say, make your values and beliefs more noble than they already were, okay? Because this is a king, of course. So what are your strengths regarding the situations, these energies around you in the beginning of June 2022, Sagittarius? And you have the back of the card of the Knight of Pentacles. So in this back of this card, the meaning of the Knight of Pentacles, he's standing still. He suffered a loss because you see he is in this the Knight of Pentacles is always he's always in the other cards with a lot of abundance, right? And when he doesn't have abundance, he has the symbol here of the Roman emperors, right? The laurel, how do you say that in English? And so it's still victory and fertility, because you know he has here the stagger symbol, right? And he has his pentacle. And here, as you see, everything is very arid. He's alone. He's not holding on to his pentacle. He's in a very relaxed and sad position. Also, the horse is looking down. There's no water around. There's no greenery. There's no pasture. There's nothing. So your strength is that you had a setback, and you know that you will have to proceed slowly, but you will not give up, okay? Even if you had this this very important and harsh setback, okay? So in your near future, Sagittarius, and I'm sorry, I see that you have here a very difficult situation. I don't know if this is work or love, of course, only you guys know your situation, but I see one card after the other is just defeat, sadness, difficulty. So if you're going through this, I'm really sorry. I hope I can be of help here. Let's see, okay? So in your near future, you have here the front of the Seven of Pentacles, which in this deck, you know, the guy is sitting and he's very sad because, you know, in the traditional deck, this plant or this tree has a lot of fruit, of leaves, you know, and here it's dead. So in your near future, you are understanding that something is really dead, and it's very funny because it's right beside that, right? So you are understanding that this situation, this harvest, let's say you lost completely your harvest. There's nothing to save. So you are sitting down and trying to understand what were your mistakes so you can move forward. So if this is in the near future and here you are right, understanding what were your mistakes, you're not feeling guilty, you are understanding that something died, you are questioning your values, you know that you had a defeat but you have to move on. Here is you, and when you analyzed, you understood, and now you're ready to move on, right? Because this is the future, okay? What is the approach that the universe wants you to take regarding the situation, Sagittarius? You have the Four of Cups and you have the back, right, of the Four of Cups. And in the back of the Four of Cups, you have the guy, right, that is in this tree here. He's looking at the cups and he's looking at this ship right here. And this is, once again, the universe is telling you to move on, to set the sail to better waters, right? Because something here was not accepted, some offer was not accepted, or goals were not met, if this is work. So someone offered something to you, you didn't accept, you feel guilty and you know that you have to move on, or the other way around, right? You offer something to someone, love, job, a partnership, a work partnership. This was a business proposal. It was not accepted. But you know, here you see the horizon, you see the ship, and the ship is going, you know, to another adventure. So this is what the universe wants you to do. Okay. What does the universe want you to know instead? And you have the front here of the. When I say front, I know that he's in his back, but the front meaning that it is the equivalent to the traditional cards in the tarot deck, for example, the Rider Waite and others and others other decks. Okay, I know that he's showing his back, but actually this is the traditional side, so it's the front, and this was the back that was created to this deck. Okay, so you have the front of the Two of Wands, and the universe wants you to know that. You see, once again, you have light in the horizon, you have the sun in the horizon, you have choices. So, you know, keep moving forward because you do have choices, Sagittarius. Hopes and fears here. You have the Eight of Pentacles and you have the front of the Eight of Pentacles. So this meaning you're not collaborating with anyone or teaching nobody to improve their craft. You are putting your all into this task, into your art, into your love life, into your craft. But this is the position of hopes and fears. So this is the position where the universe is telling you what is the part of the outcome that you are trying to control, right? Why are the expectations that you must let down? If are fears or expectations, right? Or hopes. So you hope that you can find fulfillment again in your work or in the situation, or you are scared that or afraid that you are not going to be fulfilled and do the things with the same love again, right? So the universe is only showing this to you so you can let go of this expectation, okay? What is the outcome? The outcome you have here, the front, because this is the back, you have the front of the Nine of Wands, the Wounded Warrior. So in this deck here, as you can see, it's a little bit different from the other decks also, because he's not making like a protection to himself. He's looking down, right? He's very, very wounded because, you know, this card is where he knows, he went to war. I don't know if he lost or if he won, right? We cannot say this. It's a yellow card, so maybe the outcome was positive, but still, even if it was positive, he is wounded, right? So now it's the moment where the warrior has left the battlefield, and he is trying to understand if this battle of this war was worthwhile, right? Fighting for. He's trying to understand what were the tactics that were positive to his victory, and what were the tactics that were detrimental to his victory, right? So he's trying to understand all his strategies, what was worth it, what was not, if the war was worth a while, what he has learned, who he has lost, who is still with him, who was at his side when he was fighting. So it's all this reflection about the battles that he fought and what he's learned, and how he's going now to rest and of course take care of his wounds so he can heal, right? This is your outcome. So this whole reading is very, very tight here, because it's always speaking to you that you were defeated, that you lost something, that something died, that you were not able to get your harvest here, right? You need to move on from the situation. But I think that this is really a very important moment where you are really going through something that is changing your life, changing your values, and teaching you a very, very important lesson for your future. Something here is preparing you for a better future. Why do I say that, Sagittarius? Because it's in the bottom of the deck. You have the Ace of Swords, okay? The Ace of Swords is truth, is clarity. So the Ace of Swords is telling that this all is truth, but this is also a victory, a new beginning. As I used to say once, because this is victory, but aces are always new beginnings, right? And this is also the sword because this is an air element, right? So this is the sword of speech, of thoughts, of the truth. So this new beginning not only is a victory, just like that, it is a victory because you are going to be much more aligned with your true self after you go to this situation in the beginning of June. Okay, Sagittarius, very, very important. And I had to pick a little bit here, and you have the Fool after that. So really, a new beginning, clean slate, leap of faith. So very, very interesting. I don't need it. I don't feel the need to clarify any of these cards over here. I understood everything. I hope you did too. So let's grab one oracle card here for the Fairytale Oracle. So I came across this deck because I actually downloaded an app on my phone that is called the Fairytale Oracle. And I loved the answer so much that I tried to find it. I started browsing on the internet to see if I could find it, actually the hard deck. And I found out that Nicole Feltovich, she actually has an Etsy shop where she sells this deck. And these, oh my god, these are her paintings. She did every image here. You see, very, very, very beautiful, very esoteric meaning. So as I love to apply, all the archetypes of the fairy tales in our lives, I really love using this deck. So I contacted Nicole, and she's based in the US. She wouldn't normally ship to Europe because I am Italian and I live in France. So she was kind enough to calculate it to me so I could pay for the international shipping. She also gave me this very nice extra present here, gift, which is another deck of hers, which is the is the Sacred Chakras Oracle deck. And here you are. So if you are interested in, if you like it, her name is Nicole Feltovich, or if you want to Americanize it, is Nicole Feltovic, okay? And the website is sacredmysteryarts.com, okay? So let's ask for one more message here from the Fairytale Oracle cards for your situation. More information or advice. My God, okay. We have 2, so... Oh no, we have 3. Okay, Sag. Universe wants to talk and we will listen to it. So, Alice through the looking glass, the giant and wicked witch. So let's go here. So Alice through the looking glass. Where should you invest yourself? Oh my God, where should you invest yourself? In this image is a dark and intense Alice gazing from the looking glass. The sweet and agreeable girl is nowhere to be found. Through the looking glass, Alice explores a world of opposites. The candle in the painting is symbolic of her bringing light to the darker and more secretive parts of herself. This aspect is powerful. She sees behind the lies people tell and the masks they wear. This is the part of the self that knows she can see right through you. In this crazy world where people are constantly strategizing how to win the game of life, connect with the part of you that knows it's just a game. Where do you choose to invest your energy today? In mind games that prevent peacefulness or in love? Don't give in to the madness. Very interesting, Sag. So, the giant. This is very beautiful. I love this card. Very, very beautiful. Okay. Think big and be bold. The magic beings grow overnight. There is a bridge between heaven and earth. Jack believes that the giant in the sky will devour him. The giant being symbolic of God. We all have fear of God, which in itself is a representation of a fear of our own power. We are God's children. We are each a different expression of the divine. What are your unique strengths? Is it time to stop playing small? Be bold and use your God-given powers. So, be bold, Sagittarius. And let's see the Wicked Witch. I also love this card so much. It's so beautiful. You can't fight fire with fire. A dragon leans in to kiss the witch as tears melt onto a crown at the center of her heart. This is a gentle look at the unintegrated shadow aspect of the psyche. In fairy tales, oftentimes it's the witch, dragon, or magical creature being slayed. In The Wizard of Oz, the Wicked Witch comes at the scarecrow with fire. Dorothy reacts quickly, throwing water at the witch, causing her to melt. The message being relayed here is that you cannot fight fire with fire. Anger only breeds more anger. Water is symbolic of compassion, and it's what's needed to dissolve anger and fear. Wow! So Sagittarius, these are the messages that I have for you to the beginning of June 2022. As always, I thank you very much for sharing your time with me. Take care out there, okay? And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.